moment the entire town decided I was a monster was the day I dragged my younger brother out of our church by his throat. It happened right after Sunday service. Families were still standing around drinking coffee and pretending to be holy when my daughter walked up to me holding a folded piece of paper. She was 10 years old, shaking. "Daddy," she whispered. "Uncle Aaron told me not to show anyone this." My stomach dropped instantly. I unfolded the paper. It was a drawing. A little girl standing beside a bed. A grown man sitting next to her. One sentence written underneath in messy pencil. "Secrets make God happy." I genuinely stopped breathing for a second. I crouched down carefully. "Sweetheart, did Uncle Aaron tell you to draw this?" She nodded immediately. Then tears filled her eyes. "He said if I tell you, Mommy will cry forever." Everything inside me went cold. Aaron was my younger brother, youth pastor. Everybody loved him. The funny church guy. The safe adult. I looked across the church lobby and saw him laughing with 3 teenagers near the coffee station, and suddenly every memory I ignored came flooding back. How he always volunteered for overnight youth retreats. How certain girls suddenly stopped attending church after a few months. How parents trusted him instantly. I walked my daughter straight to my wife and quietly told her, "Take her home, right now." My wife saw my face and didn't argue once. Then I walked toward Aaron. People smiled at me while I passed them. That part still makes me sick, because nobody knew yet. Aaron looked up and grinned. "What's up, big bro?" I punched him so hard his chair flipped backward. The entire church exploded into screaming instantly. Aaron hit the floor confused and bleeding while I grabbed him by the collar. "What did you do to her?" People started pulling at my arms immediately. "What the hell are you doing?" Aaron looked terrified. Not angry? Terrified, which told me everything. I screamed directly into his face. "What did you do to my daughter?" And the second I said that, the room changed. You could feel it happen. Silence spreading. Parents looking at each other. Aaron immediately started crying. "I didn't touch her." That wasn't what I asked. I noticed it instantly. Not, "What are you talking about?" Not, "You're crazy." Just, "I didn't touch her." The pastor stepped between us trying to calm things down. But then my daughter's Sunday school teacher quietly spoke up from the crowd. "She's not the first little girl who's been scared of him." Everything stopped. Completely. The teacher looked terrified after saying it. Like she immediately regretted speaking, but it was too late now. Because suddenly other people started remembering things too. One mother whispered, "My daughter stopped wanting to come here last year." Another woman looked pale. "Oh my God!" Aaron started panicking. "You're all insane!" Then he tried running. Huge mistake. Half the men in that church tackled him before he made it 3 feet. Police arrived 15 minutes later, and that's when my life got destroyed. Because while officers searched Aaron's office and electronics, church leadership started protecting themselves immediately. Not the kids, themselves. Suddenly I became violent, unstable, dangerous. The man who attacked a pastor, parents who'd known me for years suddenly avoided my family in public. One church elder actually told people I misunderstood innocent behavior. Then police found the hard drive. After that, everything changed again. Turns out my daughter wasn't the only victim. Not even close. Aaron got sentenced to 32 years. But somehow, I still became the villain in certain people's version of the story. Because I hid him inside a church. Because I caused a scene. Because I embarrassed the congregation publicly before leadership could handle it privately. 3 months later, one of the church elders came to my house asking if I'd consider making a public apology for my outburst to help heal the community. I stared at him for a long time. Then I asked one question. If it was your daughter, would you have stopped at one punch? He didn't answer. He just quietly walked back to his car. And honestly, that was answer enough.